Harlan's through, he might go for it, still going, trying to barge his way through, goes to the shot, what a goal!
Arriving Rian O'Neill from an almost impossible angle, and that's the rousing score now we're looking for.
Conor Turbin kicks this one in. Oh, that's absolutely superb.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sideline Eye podcast. Very welcome to our Around the Grounds podcast, and we're looking back at all the action, all the club league action from Thursday and Friday night. There was plenty of games, plenty of goals and plenty of talking points from all the divisions as well. So as usual, with a few highlights, we have highlights from Silverbridge and Clonerne, who played on Friday night. They played out a 1-13 apiece draw, while the Oaks beat Tullysarn on Thursday night, and we have highlights from that too, as well as an interview with Oaks forward Odhran Houlahan coming up at the end of the show. So, we'll start with that Silverbridge and Clonerne clash. They met on Friday night and played out a 1-13 apiece draw. It was a top of the table clash. Both teams went into the game unbeaten, and that's the way it finished. But the Bridge probably coming away from this one with regrets. They were 4 up at the interval and they had by 5 in the final quarter, but the reigning Division 1A league champions came roaring back into the game. Ronan Reel got the game up and running early on, while a Rory McDonald effort split 2 frees from Paddy Reel. Aidan McConville swapped scores with Paddy Reel before quickfire, and 1-1 from Sean Rock put Silverbridge 6 points ahead in the first half. Clonerne shot back instantly with 3 scores, ruling out the goal pretty much on the trot from McDonald, McConville and Ethan McKenna. Joe Rock and Declan Mullen traded scores at either end, while Sean Conlon pointed to give Silverbridge a 1-7-0-6 lead at the half-time break. Rory McDonald pointed a free at the start of the second half, and it split 2 further scores from Sean Conlon and Paddy Reel. Ethan McKenna then rattled the net for the visitors after a brilliant ball in from Aidan McConville, and that cut the gap to 2. But Silverbridge did push on after that. Pete Carher, Sean Rock and Ronan Reel all swung over scores to open up a 5-point margin once again. Clonerne rattled off 6 of the last 7 scores, with Ethan McKenna and Rory McDonald both raising white flags. Aaron Duffy traded scores with Aidan McConville before 2 points in as many minutes from Clonerne captain Conor McConville left at a 1-point game late on. The opportunity to tie up the contest fell to Daniel McGee, and he popped over a late mark to see the sides finish level 1-13. Elsewhere, there's only one other Division 2 1A game on Friday night, and Clevie surrendered a 6-point lead as they lost Crossmaglen 112-113. They were 6 points up with 15 minutes left, but Cross came back into the game and won by the minimum of margins. Keelan McConville claimed the Clevie goal, while Oren Kieran hit the net for Crossmaglen. So how does that leave the Division 1A table? Clonerne are still out on top. They're on 10 points. They've won 4 of their 6 games. Crossmaglen are in second place, but they're actually tied on 10 points, having won 5 of their 7 games. So Clonerne have a game in hand over Crossmaglen. Silverbridge have slipped down to third with 3 wins from 6 games, and they've also drawn 3 games as well. So they've yet to lose, and they have 9 points. Armagh Harps are just below that on 6, with Clevie on 5, Madden on 4, and Drummondhee and Grahamore, the bottom 2, on 2 points apiece. So that leaves how the Division 1A table sits at the minute. But the Harps and Madden, they play on Saturday night in Madden, and that game's live on Armagh TV. So 2 points up for grabs there. In Division 1B, there was 3 games on Friday night, and a last-minute goal from Clonagale saw them leave Ballymacnabb with a share of the spoils on Friday evening. The Knob held on to a 3-point lead deep into injury time, but a scrambled goal for the Clans saw the game finish all square. Hugh Hughes and James Austin traded scores early on before Austin slotted home the game's first goal. Jamie Brady then raised a white flag at one end before Ryan Waters brought Ballymacnabb back into the game with a goal of his own. Oisín McGivern and Shea McCann traded scores, as did Dermot Looney and Ryan Waters, while Keenan Campbell grabbed the final score of the first half to see the Clans ahead 1-5 to 1-3 at the interval. 3 points on the trot from Finian Maguire, Ryan Waters and Kieran Hughes saw the NAB edge ahead for the very first time at the start of the second period. Clans shot back into the game with 2 of their own, while Waters matched a Looney score before Kieran Hughes hit the net once again for the home side. Cormac McKee also raised the green flag for Ballymacnab, but it was quickly cancelled out with 3 points in a row from Clonagale. Scores from Ryan Waters and McGivern put the NAB 4 points ahead, but Clans hit a goal and a point late in the game to earn a draw, with that goal coming as the last score in the game. Elsewhere in Division 1B, goals from Cormac Smith and Fergal O'Brien saw Mullabon see off Sarsfield's 2-15 to 1-9, while St Peters and Cullyhanna couldn't be separated. Jack McEnany hit the net for Cullyhanna in St Peters, and they drew 1-8 to 0-11. So that sees Mullabon retain their spot at the top of the table. They've won 4 of their 6 games. Maher and Clonagale sit just below that on 8 points apiece, Mullabon on 9 points. Cullyhanna on 4th spot with 7 points, Ballymacnab on 6, St Peters on 5, and at the bottom it's Cullaville on 4 and Sarsfields on 3. So all fairly tight in the Division 1B league table. Then down to Division 2A, and we had Tullysarn and Pearse Og clash on Thursday night, and 2 second half goals from Cian O'Hara and Anto Duffy saw the Oaks leave Tullysarn with the 2 points on offer on Thursday night. The two teams played out an even enough affair, but in the end it was the 2 goals that made all the difference. 2 Mark McKeever frees were matched by Michael McSorley and Anto Duffy during the game's opening exchanges, while the McSorley brace put the Oaks ahead by 2 points. Callum Murray and Eddie Mallon traded scores before the half-time lead, with the Oaks leading 0-5 to 0-3 at the interval. Mark McKeever closed the gap straight away at the start of the second half with his 3rd free before the Oaks hit the net through their full forward, Cian O'Hara. Tullysarn had a chance to respond instantly with a Gavin Conlon penalty, which he earned himself, but he blasted it over the bar from the spot. He did register a point again straight after, and he cancelled out a score from Rory Duffy, while James Madden and substitute Tiernan Quinn also traded scores before Mark McKeever slotted over his 4th free of the night. A superb ball in by Oaks substitute Rhys Stevens was captured on the edge of the square by Anto Duffy, and he coolly slotted home their 2nd goal of the game. The sides were matched score for score during the final few minutes, both hitting 3 points apiece, with the Oaks then seeing out a 5-point win. Caircroppen and St Paul's couldn't be matched they couldn't be separated at the top of the table on Friday night, as they finished 1-13 apiece. Cruppen were reduced to 14 men early on, but hung on for a draw, with their 3-pointer coming through youngster Owen Keane. Shane O'Neill's recorded a 2-point victory on Friday evening as they saw off Katie, 0-15 to 0-13. So in Division 2A, Caircroppen and St Paul's are still joint at the top of the table. They both sit on 9 points. Caircroppen have won 3 of their 7 contests, while the Oaks have won 4 of their... St Paul's have won 4 of their 7. The Oaks are next in line. They're in 3rd place at the minute. They're on 8 points, having won 4 from their 7 games. Annachmore are next on 6. Then you have actually 3 teams on 6 in that division. We have Annachmore on 6 points, Shane O'Neill's on 6 points, and Katie on 6 points. Then the bottom 2, Tullysarn and the Grange, are both on 4 points, and the Grange actually picked up a victory on Friday night as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention this is their 2nd victory, and they beat Annachmore 3-10 to 0-11. The goals for the Grange coming through Micheál McKenna. He hit 2, and Dara Mallon also grabbed a goal for the Grange. In Division 2B then, goals from Drew McVeary and Callum O'Neill saw Billy cling on to their unbeaten form and brilliant early season form against Crossmaglen Seconds. The league leaders have yet to taste defeat at the top of the Division 2B table, but Crossmaglen pushed them all the way on Friday night. Blake eventually saw out a 2-point win, 2-11 to 0-15. Clonard seconds overcame Whitecross on a scoreline of 113 to 3-5, while Clonmore and Wolftones finished all score 0-8 apiece on Friday evening. So thus Ballick out in front, 7 wins from 7 games, sees them on 14 points. Wolftones are leading the chase and pack there on 11 points. Clonard seconds are in third place on 7 points. Whitecross and Derrynoose both sit on 6 points. Tiernoak have 4, and at the bottom of the table then Clonmore have 2 points, while Crossmaglen Rangers have 0 at the minute. In Division 3A then, there was plenty of goals to talk about in Division 3A. Ballyhagan, they remain at the top of the table and they edged a 7-goal thriller with Middletown on Friday night to keep their winning run intact. That's their 6th win in 6 games. 3 points separated the sides at the full-time whistle, with Ballyhagan ahead 4-13 to 3-13. James McCormick top scored for the victors in the end with 2-7 to his name, while Paul Nixon claimed the other 2 goals for Ballyhagan. For Middletown, it was Finan O'Brien, Johnny Trainer and Joe Moon who raised their green flags. There were plenty of goals in Blackwater Town on Friday night, as well as on Portmore saw off Lissummon by 7 points, winning 4-15 to 4-8. Ryan Gorman was responsible for 2 of their goals, while Herbert Kopka and Jack Hughes also rattled the net. Elsewhere, Forkhill beat College Lawn on Friday evening 2-14 to 1-15, while St Michael's and Rogue drew 0-13 apiece. So Ballyhagan remain at the top of the Division 3A table. They've won 6 from 6, leaving them on 12 points. And Portmore have won 5 from 7, so they're on 10 points in second place. Forkhill and Middletown are both joined on 8 points. Then Rogue and St Michael's similarly, who drew on Friday night, they're both on 5 points. At the bottom of the table then, Lissummon sit on 4 points, while College Lawn, who have yet to win a game, they have 2 points to show for their efforts. In Division 3B then, Thomas Davis picked up their 6th win on the bounce to extend their lead at the top of the Division 3A table. They overcame Mullabrack on Friday evening with 18 points to spare in the end, winning 2-16 to 0-4. Given that result, St Peters have hopped into second place, having earned their 4th win in a row. They beat Killian on Friday night 2-5 to 5-26 and continued their amazing goal scoring form. Darcy pulled out an incredible comeback. They were 10 points down at one stage during their clash with Clevie Seconds, and they were 7 points down at half time, but come back to win by 3. Goals from Gary Mackin, Kevin Kelly, Cahill McCreesh and Martin Hurdy were all key for Darcy as they won 4-11 to 4-8 against Clevie Seconds. Elsewhere, Redmond O'Hanlon's proved too strong for Madden Seconds, and they picked up a 3-13 to 2-8 win. Owen McNally and Dara McNulty both claimed the goals for O'Hanlon's, while Madden's majors were scored by Keelan Quinn and a Paddy Valley penalty. So in Division 3B then, Thomas Davis lead the way, 6 wins from 6, sees them on 12 points. St Peters have won 4 of their last 5 games, and they sit in second place on 8 points, but they're joined on that tally by Darcy and Mullabrack. So a 3-way tie for second place basically in Division 3B. Next in line then, there's O'Hanlon's. They're in 5th place on 5 points. Clevie Seconds have 4 points. Clary have 3. Madden Seconds on 2. And Killian at the bottom of the table on 0 points. So that's our roundup. We'll now hear from Pearse Og attacker Odhran Houlahan. I chatted to him after they beat Tullysarn on Thursday night. And so we'll hear from him now. And we'll be back hopefully on Sunday evening. The Armagh ladies are in their Ulster final on Sunday, so I'm hoping to catch up with a few of the players and a few of the management too after the game, hopefully if they can secure another Ulster title. So we'll see us all on Sunday, and you'll hear from Odhran Houlahan now. So I'm joined by Odhran Houlahan, and the Oaks are after picking up a 5-point win here in Tullysarn. Odhran, a really hard fought battle there. How did you find it?
Yeah, it was good. It's our 2nd win in a row there. It's good to get on the belt. It's about a point or 2 on it at one stage, but we done well to dig out to the end. Got 2 goals in the second half there, and pushed on well, kept the clean sheet ourselves, so it's also a bonus,
Them 2 goals were obviously crucial, both coming in the second half, and I think that has sort of been a trend through your games. I think the last three of your last 4 games you have scored 2 goals, so when you're getting 3 pointers, it always helps.
Yeah, it's definitely a big help. Like last week, got 2 goals second half as well to beat Cruppen. It was always good, I think, just as the way we play it helps our running game coming off the shoulder, and always creates goal chances, which is always good. Probably struggled a bit last year, maybe not getting as many goals as wanted, so this year it's definitely been added into our game, which is good.
And how are you finding the division? Because as you say, you stuck on Carcruppen last week, you gave them their first defeat, you come here and back it up with 2 in a row now, but the division's so tight. There's yourselves up there on 8 points now, along with Carcruppen and St Paul's, although they have to play on Friday night, so there's so many teams that can take points off each other here. It's a really tough division.
We're 8 points now, sitting at the joint top of the league at the minute. It's always good halfway stage, but everyone's beating everyone here at the minute. You know, it's very tight league, and we knew that coming into it. Like, so you just have to go to the second half of the league here and just get as many points as you can. You know, and the losses you got in the first half, just try to get wins against the teams you got beat by in their second half. Like, but anything can happen in this league. Like.
And the games are really coming thick and fast, because as you say, like, we're already halfway through the league campaign. Like, it doesn't feel that long ago from the first round started.
No, definitely not. No, every week, like, it's, I think we might have a break next week, which is good to maybe get a rest. But coming in thick and fast, you know.
And then I suppose I was talking to you off air just a bit about the Duffy brothers. Obviously, there were only 2 men on the field here tonight with senior championship medals. They're stretching back to 2009. What's it like having them and the forced you to do this interview here tonight too? They both turned it down. So what's it like having them 2 boys in the changing room?
No, it's brilliant. Like, Anto's captain this year. Like, he's really leading by example. Definitely. 2 boys, great crack. You know, off the field, and they're great leaders on the field. You know, Paul's. He's getting on a bit now. He's about 40, 41. He won't let me saying that now. But yeah, they're definitely good. They even talk to you before a game or training, like, you know, give you a few tips. Like, they've been through it all, and as you said, there are only 2 boys left here in our team with county medals, like, so they know what it takes.
And I suppose Paul's role, he's playing that sweeper in defence, so he's fit to see everything. He's the one chatting you through the whole game.
He's eyes and ears, like, you know. He keep you right there at the back. It's just always good.
That's great, Odhran. Thanks very much for coming on.
No worries.
Harlan's through, he might go for it, still going, trying to barge his way through, goes to the shot, what a goal!
Arriving Rian O'Neill from an almost impossible angle, and that's the rousing score now we're looking for.
Connor Turbin kicks this one in on it.